Now, before you get into this very interesting and respectable institution, if you do it right, there are things that you should know, but there are things that you have not been told. What are these things that you've not been told about marriage? That's where we are, Benjamin Zulu.
Yes.
Yes.
And you just mentioned in another show that a group of girls were telling you, and they are yet still teenagers, about their disillusionment with sex. They're stuck in relationships.
Yes.
They know it's heading nowhere. If we were to discuss the things they don't tell you about relationships, not marriage now, the things they don't tell you about love relationships, one of the things I'll tell you that is hidden in plain sight is that relationships are the virus of the real love. They take the time when you should have been building capacity to experience love. So they come in to keep you busy during preparation time.
Yes.
When I draw the example for young people, I always tell them, people are busy building the shelter to where they will bring their loved ones and their family. But you are out there dancing in the wild, hunting monkeys with somebody you're calling lover in the forest, and you only have 6 years. Usually that period is very short. I wish they can know that life is demarcated in seasons. It's 18 to 24. At 18, you attain legal maturity and you begin to have semi-autonomy from your parents. You go to college, you can transact a few things, but you're still financially dependent on them. You're still directions you get from them. You're still not trusted by society with jobs and careers. You're still not given room. So 18 to 24 is really the purgatory of sorts. You're not a child, but you're not a grown-up yet.
Yes. A very confusing age.
But it's the best. It was placed there to give you a say about your tomorrow. So if today we're discussing what they didn't tell you about relationships, I'll be telling you that usually they hand you a rocking chair to pass the most critical time without preparation. That's what the girls were telling you. They're already indulging. At the time they should be inspecting. They should be investing. They should be preparing. But because even our parents, many of the time, this dialogue is so silenced. They just pay school fees and they tell you to work hard. Nobody discusses personal life. Nobody discusses the seasons. And we hope that we are giving a generation what we wish we were given with clarity. For us, it was a lot of guesswork. Trial and error, with a lot of mistakes and detours. Today we are discussing what they don't tell you about marriage. But we should also mention that this relationship thing, the background thing, what you're doing prior to marriage, how you're conducting your life will always punctuate the marriage itself. In another show I told you, unfortunately, people are no longer dying because their life, they have spent their years. People are dying because of the cumulative effect of the wrong marriage. And people are depressed, not because of stress, but they're depressed because of bad marriage. People are sick because of stress-related illnesses. Simple, such a disastrous yet deep reality like narcissism. People don't care, they don't even learn the word. Never bother that there's no Swahili for it. I must keep reminding you that your local language, your national language,
we don't have that.
Does not have psychological realities. To warn you that it's upon you to reach out and get it. When they don't have a word for it, they don't acknowledge it.
True.
They'll gaslight you when you try to describe it. What are you saying? They don't have a word for it. Yet it's a researched, scientific, proven reality. Again, most of the African languages were not scientific. They were socialistic. We didn't live with science institutions, universities. We did not have long-running research. We are just coming to it after independence. Prior to it, we were just socialistic, living in communities. So our languages are just full of tradition, culture, and the wisdom that is first by oral, spoken. So I just want you to know some of these things are so powerful and real. For example, you will not find an African discussing what are the psychological effects of polygamy on children. There's no debate like that. They could not think that way. It was nobody was investigating. Nobody was investigating
Yeah.
that. You know?
Yeah.
For example, that time you could not stand up and say some women are brilliant and more mentally capable than men. They would have stoned you.
Ooh, yeah.
Although it was true. It is still true.
Yes.
But nobody could allow you to think like that. But if you put it another way and say, many times when the man dies, the woman steers the family to success. The children still end up well.
Mm-hmm.
But many times when the woman dies, the man brings other women, the family is scattered, the children are lost in the four winds of the
Yes.
earth. Many times. Not always, but
Yeah,
many
many
times.
times.
People agree, yeah, we can see that. That's obvious anyway. Because it's all over. But if you tell them the real reason is because the woman is more emotionally stable. The woman plans better.
Yeah.
The woman thinks long term. The woman is more self-sacrificing, is more loving, and can put the children first. If you put it that way,
Yes.
they don't agree, they'll
Yes.
stone you.
Yeah. And you said the woman is a manager.
You know,
Yes.
if you push it, you know, although it's an observable phenomenon. Anybody can see it. There are men, we are saying many times, not all the times. There are women who just can't hold a family together. And there are men who hold family together.
Yes.
But we are saying overall, the larger percentage, the general direction. The general direction
Yes.
is that a woman can close off her personal life to take care of children first. It seems like something that women are more capable of doing. And they say, I can't do some things before certain time.
True.
Women have even postponed their death. I have sad stories. And T.D. Jakes said that the mother was like that. The father died when T.D. Jakes was very young. He's only 16, and the father is saying, son, before I figured out what life is all about, it was time to go. You know, so the father died early.
Yeah.
So he was the last born and he could only depend on the mother. So he lived with the mortifying fear that my mother might die. Then I'm alone in the world. The mother picked that fear and kept reassuring the boy, Tommy, I'm here.
Yeah. I'm not going anywhere.
Yes. And that relationship became how they related with each other, that promise you will stay until I grow. That's how many mothers and the children are like, and even the fathers and the children. Until when the mother was sick and she was clinging on to life, he had to release her and say, Mama, I'm grown now. And then the woman let go and left.
Oh.
Women have clinged on to say, this marriage is killing me, but I just want to put the children out, then leave, wherever I will go.
Yeah.
Dolly Parton, the singer, said, Mama never seemed to like the finer things of life, and if she did, she never said so to Daddy. She just contented herself with the little that he gave her, and she that was enough for her, and if it not so, she did not say so to Daddy. So the song was that, like, Mom never said, she never asked for anything from Daddy. The marriage was there was no emotions, no affection, nothing. All she cared that was the children were growing, and if it was not so, she never did say so to Daddy.
Yeah.
One day we woke up and Mommy was not there. She did not intend to come back, and if she did, she never did say so to Daddy.
Yeah.
She just raised children and left. So there are women who there is no marriage. They are raising children, then go.
Yes.
Some to divorce, some to death, some to... So that has been known. Sometimes women to cling on for the sake of the child. To say, men we are loving, but there's another relationship that women start with their children that dates back. And the bond. A healthy woman has a bond with the child. They can never talk about abortion. No healthy woman can kill that living thing.
Yeah.
No. Don't be deceived. Once a woman has created life,
Yes.
the bond and the imagination and the care, you are the last hope this child has to live. Then you turn what?
A murderer. You kill the baby.
You can't do that when you are healthy.
Yeah.
No, you don't do that.
Something must be wrong with
You don't do that.
Yes.
You don't do that. Then when one woman gave birth and she was so much in pain and stress that she was dying, she still named the boy and handed to nurses and she died. even in the Bible days, women still wanted to make sure the child has a chance to life.
Yeah.
Never mind that the child sometimes is named according to the circumstances. And the father, when he's there, is very instrumental to rename and change. But the pain, the mother and the child shares struggle for life.
Yes.
They share struggle for life. And brothers, I want you to be careful. When a woman can just say, send me money, I bought this child. If a woman can kill the fruit of their own womb, you are not safe with her either.
Yeah,
If she has no mercy on the fruit of her own womb, and you are not a fruit of her womb,
yes,
when you also step in her way, in the way of her happiness, the way the baby did, she'll do you the way she did the baby. And I don't know how much, brothers, we need to emphasize this. If she can kill an innocent child,
one she's created,
because of inconvenience, what is your safety with her? Brothers don't seem to relate these two things. A woman who can discuss a baby only depends on the mother to survive. Carries her blood and DNA and flesh.
I felt that.
When God wanted to describe how much he loves us, he had to use, as a father pities his children, so does the Lord pity us. For he knows our frame. He remembers that we are dust in Psalm 103. God is even using a parent. Can a mother forget a child that breastfeeds that on her lap? Even that can forget, but they can't forget it. God is using mother, father as the deepest connection to help us picture how much he loves us. And now somebody has lost that, even God had to use to illustrate. And you still want to trust your life on that, brothers? You trust your life, switch off the lights, eat her food, remove your clothes, lock the door together with
a killer. Yes.
You dare to gather money, millions? With who?
A killer?
Somebody who could kill an innocent child because of inconvenience.
Yeah.
Now you have also become an inconvenience.
At some point
if she can get rid of you, all these millions will be hers.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, brothers, we were not told how to know the dangers of a dangerous woman, the signs of a dangerous woman. One sign of a dangerous woman is when she can so easily eliminate a helpless child. When you look at the eyes of a child and how helpless, sometimes I feel sorry for babies.
Yeah.
That they can't take themselves to the washroom. They can't change their own diapers. They can't feed themselves. They can't even say it's too hot, it's too cold. They can only call for help. Call for help. Call for help. And this is a baby who is already born now, trying to grow. They are depending on you to learn how to be human.
Yeah.
And in that sense, they don't know their body. You have to wash them. Sometimes they're just so happy just to be with you. They're just happy to be with you. They know you take care, and they can't wait to see you at the end of the day. Sometimes they really don't think much. They're just happy to see you. They know you take care of everything.
Yes.
That level of trust. Anybody who has gotten a child unhealthy and they are a healthy person, they'll tell you that I heard Elon Musk confirm it, that he says, I get more joy from my children than from anything in the world.
Yeah. When
I look at them and they carry my name and my frame, there's no other feeling. This is the guy who's sending rockets to space. This guy is manufacturing cars. Forget if you're trying to buy a car. This guy
yeah.
And he bought his first McLaren, one of the special cars, in the 1990s. So McLaren manufactures only a few. So that car was only one out of 60 something. The cars we buy don't have a number. For us, we don't count that way, okay? Don't tell people, but that's not how we count the value of our cars. Ours are not limited.
Yes.
But there are guys who buy only 1 out of 60. The manufacturer cannot exceed, it should not be common. It's for exclusive club.
Yes.
If you buy it, you belong to an elite group that can own that car. So he was buying exclusive cars in 1980s. Now, that's a guy saying, to this day, it's not those cars. It's not the rockets. He has manufactured the heaviest flying object ever. Yeah. That thing you saw being caught by, it appears on cameras to be small, but it's like a 22-story building. It's a very huge thing, bigger than aircraft. Most aircraft. And if even those richest guys are saying, no, it's not those things. And when they bury you, they never announce your wealth. When people are in burial, they usually announce. When life comes to, when it comes to life and death, we tend to filter what matters. But we usually miss the message. At funerals, people focus on what matters.
Yeah.
They focus on relationships and contribution to society, and how you lived and how you related to community, and how you treated children, and what we tend to actually filter to what matters.
Yes.
But you tend to miss the message. We tend to forget the message. Then we grab a piece of earth, particularly in Africa,
Yeah.
and say dust to dust, ashes to ashes. And we sing a hymn that also has a prediction.
Yes.
You know, and the vicar says, let the person go where they chose. And we think he's talking to the dead.
The dead is God.
You know?
Yes.
It's very figurative. If you really pay attention during funerals, they will tell you what you should be paying attention to. Because you are next. You know? Yeah. One priest shocked us. Say, okay, now we have finished this meeting, this home. I don't know where next we are meeting, but some of these priests too have no scruples. And people are like, huh? Must you put it that way?
You don't want reality.
You know? So say, no, this is a merry-go-round. We are going round. We are going round. And true to his word, in 2 months, somebody was conspicuously a role, playing a role they passed on. So remember, oh, that priest. Please don't bring that priest. That was too close.
It's too real.
You know. So there are things that matter now that they will not tell you about. And the thing that I want you to pay attention to, I was just trying to caution brothers how many things we are not being warned about. The signs of a dangerous woman. If she has no mercy on the fruit of her own womb, she won't have mercy on the fruit of another woman's womb. You are the fruit of another woman's womb. You're not the fruit of her womb. A baby is closer to the woman than the husband.
Sure.
They're connected by husband to husband by love, connected to the child by blood.
Yeah.
That's a very different thing. You're important. We are not saying you're not important. But sometimes they know you can divorce the husband, you can't divorce the child.
Yeah. True.
This husband can get another woman. This child can never get another mother. Remember that? If I walk out on this husband, you get someone else. If I walk out on this child, they might die.
Yeah. True.
You're not in the same place, bro. And if that person, you can survive and feed yourself. This thing can't feed itself. If somebody has no mercy on it, neither will they have mercy on you. Yeah. When I say this, sisters should also know the same if a brother is pushing you to abort. If he wants you to kill the fruit of his own body, of his own loins, knowing that this, you know, one thing I fear about children is that they will bury us. I keep reminding myself that I respect these little guys.
Yes.
They are the little things that love to grow me. Of all these things, I think I'm a bigger whatever.
Yes.
These fellas, in the course of life, they will outgrow me, they will bury me, they will outlive me.
Yeah.
They belong to another generation I may never see. They'll carry my name to a place I'll never arrive. I respect that.
Yes.
I respect that. They'll sit in places I can't fit.
Yeah.
And say, you know, my father used to.
Used to.
Representing me there the way it is representing my dad. In the spaces he can't fit.
Yes.
That I respect it in advance. Because I know it's the order of life.
Yeah.
And I want to invest goodness so that when they go, they're carrying goodwill. My father gave us goodwill, we're carrying goodwill. Invest love. When they go, they're carrying love.
Yes.
They say you tried, you are not outrightly malicious. You tried, even if you made human mistakes, they know you meant well. I just want my children to carry that. Our dad meant well. Many of the styles of their generation may not have sat perfectly with us, but they came from a place of love. We knew we would modify whatever you want.
Yes.
In the way they ran their home or their affairs or whatever, but there was love, sincerity, honesty. And he was not in trying to pretend this way, the other way. If you just do right, children will excuse the cultural difference.
Yeah.
They will excuse the generational difference. They say, their generation, that was the culture, but man meant well. Man meant well.
True.
And we respect that, and we wish we can do the same to our children. You know, you know, children are not fools. They will say cultures are never the same. We could never copy paste their times. Their times, that was it. You have to be home by this time, at the place we live, the security in that area. So the way our mom controlled the home and said the timing and the rules there, it was necessity. It was not abusive.
Yeah.
You know. What they don't tell you about marriage, number one, is that you are choosing the person who you begin to resemble gradually. That's the side they usually omit. Your life will begin to look like this person, intellectually, mentally, emotionally, even community, the community they come from. You begin to infuse it that way. You begin to infuse their communities, begin to intake their language, intake their mentality, intake their emotional life, intake their financial thinking, their philosophy.
Yeah.
We tend to think love only. I just want you to think you are infusing lives with this person.
When I think about making yourself valuable in marriage, the first thing that comes to mind is personal growth and development. And you find that many people often forget about this. You know, when they get married, they settle and they forget about personal growth and development. Maybe we can start from there, the importance of personal growth and development where making yourself valuable in marriage is concerned.
Yes, and a lot of times when people, you say personal, they imagine it will happen. You know, we are used to physical growth happening by itself. You just eat and you find yourself growing taller and all that.
Yeah.
We are used to that. Biology just organizing itself. So the term growing, the child is growing, we go, we measure weight, we check milestone. The time we are introduced to the concept of growth is just natural and automatic.
Right.
So many people never detach it from physical to energetic,
Right.
to mental, to
Right.
soulish, to internal, to effort. Physical growth, if you just eat, give the body food, it would know where to put what. And particularly when you're young, you don't bother too much about weight management or things like that. In fact, we just want you to. So the concept of growth is introduced in a very different context.
Yes.
Many people never unlearn it from there. The baby usually has an opening here because the skull is made of plates. And at the time the baby will be born, they'll be squeezing somewhere. And when it's squeezing, if the skull is tight, it can break. So it is leaving an opening for the plates to overlap if the squeezing is too much and still come back. It's an arrangement by the genius of the creator that if there is too much squeezing, the body can have flexibility. Now that hole closes later. The plates cement themselves, about 4 or 5. In fact, I was told it's not only here, but also sometimes place. The growth of physical arrangement and the body has been studied to detail because many times it's a matter of life and death. But the growth of advancing yourself to your highest version is largely left for yourself. Dale Carnegie was so Andrew Carnegie was so frustrated when he noticed that a guy writing an article for a newspaper, a young boy, who came to know later, now we know him, a young boy was called Napoleon Hill, came to interview him about principles of success. He was successful in the steel industry, and he was an old man. He told him, you know what, you're bringing up a subject I'm concerned about. People have written things about physics, things about science, things about mathematics, how to do it right. If you're doing geology, if you're doing, but nobody is putting together how to do it right in personal success, how to arrive to wealth, how to arrive to abundance. There's no put together. The material is not anywhere.
Yeah.
You see, I don't just want to do an interview with you. I want to invite you to be the first to put together that philosophy in a book. And in order to do it, you're going to interview successful people and see what they're telling you that cuts across. That's what I want you to write together. You're a young man. It will take you a lot of time, close to 20 years. I'll not be on the air by that time. He was an old man. But what I will do for you right now is to give you a letter of introduction. Just like a way the person can introduce you to everybody, you know? To presidents, to whoever to sex. And it will start with Henry Ford, the Ford vehicles you see. Go to, and this is Andrew Carnegie, okay, give that boy an interview. So he just asked his questions, put together, and told him, you have to have a main job, you must have a main career. You're going to be doing this by the side. It will take you long to put them together, but you must be committed. And then told him, let me know that you take the offer. You are going to finance your transport, because after the project is fulfilled, you are going to reap because you are the author. But I just want you to know I'm concerned. There's no researcher there to bring out. And telling him that time, Albert Einstein has shown us the laws of space. Other guys, Galileo has done mathematics and stars. Who is doing personal success? And Napoleon Hill jumped at the opportunity. And he told him, had you delayed your response beyond a minute, I would have cancelled it. Because when people procrastinate to make decisions, they'll also procrastinate to implement.
That's true.
So, personal growth has been a concern since that time. That's when he wrote How to Think and Grow Rich. And if you're listening and you've not read a book like that, either How to Think and Grow Rich or The Richest Man in Babylon, or a book of that category, you are also sleeping on your potential. Make sure you read people who talk to that space, because it's the richest place. It's not the Witwatersrand of South Africa where gold is. The richest place is not where they're digging oil in Arabia. It's inside of you. The richest place in the world is graveyard, because we are burying unexploited potential. That's in you. The greatest minefield is not, it's in you. But there's a conspiracy to keep you vague and unrealized. So we distract you with entertainment, with romance, with the fear of the worst, with the COVID, with the scare, with the money, with the bills, with debt. There's a general conspiracy. This system is rigged. If you go the way culture directs you, you die empty, just average. You must be defiant to self-actualize. So what you have asked me, how important is it? It is so fundamental that if you marry a person who is not conscious, the day you yourself you become conscious of it, you will fall out irreparably. Johnny, the difference between a person who is intentional to evolve and the one who is not intentional to evolve is like day and night.
Nice. Yeah. Wow.
I asked the doctor who explained the concept of the eye. We were explaining how this eye, the nerve crosses, its own crosses. What if you get injured here, there's this eye that gets you like that. And they're explaining just the iris. They're explaining to a person at a company to go and seek treatment. And they were saying, if the parts of the eye, actually they do inject the eye. My friend, and just something, and a pimple had grown there. They injected in this and cut it out inside the eye. They can do those things, you know. And he's explaining why a pimple would grow there. A strange place. A pimple is just a muscle like other muscles, just a color. Okay, it has blood. You can see veins. And so these are normal. We just cut it out. No problem. It doesn't appear like any. And luckily, it just ended there. But when the doctor explained, I said, we have so much we don't know. After I explained, I said, you cannot invent any camera to come close to the two eyes, to synchronize by themselves any time. He said there's a CPU behind the two eyes, and it's called the brain with a particular. And he said, we have not invented two cameras anywhere that can synchronize and see here and 1,000 kilometers within a flash of. After that, I said, where do you find the courage to say there is no God when you have seen such innovation? You can't say blind self-development called evolution. It cannot coordinate itself to that detail. Just to meet the goal of you can see, and those of us who have a big brain, we have given frontal view. Those who need to see, to scan, their eyes are like this, like cows and all that. The eyes are on the side, so they can scan because they are prey. So the guys who hunt look in front, who are hunted look by the side. You know. Yeah. Just to tell you that a person who is interested in self-development will also affect how their spirituality in life. It will affect how they view money, where they take their relationships, how they spend their free time, what they tell their children, the morality about life, what they live for. Johnny, that's an exciting question for me. How important is it that you marry a person who was awakened to travel inward? Make sure you don't negotiate that part. The reason you're likely to marry a person who's not aware of it is when you're not aware of it yourself.
Yeah.
When you're being bewitched by your villagers telling you go to the university, come with a 2 degrees, get a partner, as you get, then you rush to grab emotions, people, and get, only to realize later they are settled. A settler marrying a traveler is a disaster.
Yeah. That's very true.
Your birthday has arrived. They're just looking for alcohol. You're evaluating, what have I done this year? How did I feel? You're diarizing. You're trying to look for your true north. You know, one of the places people like travel, I would like travel, and is Israel. Many people want to get that, the Jerusalem they've always read about, the Israel they've always heard about.
Yeah.
So imagine when you are on a pilgrimage of sort, not towards the physical Israel, but towards a place you sense you belong. Just imagine that. You are homesick for queendom. just imagine with me. Sometimes you are homesick for having a large home with many acres and horses and peacocks and rolling flowers. Just imagine planting tulips, particular tulips. And you want to grow an exotic crop you see in Japan. So you are homesick for that life. And you want it in 10, 15 years from now. And you know, to get there, you need to earn this kind of capacity, you need to master this skill. And you keep hearing those who are living that life, how they talk. Sometimes when you drive to the suburbs of the city, the leafy suburbs, the cars on the road are very different. You notice that? They're very different. It becomes very easy now to see Porsche Cayenne. Very easy. It's all over. It's now the field of that side. It becomes very easy. The smallest car there is now the Prados. Now, okay, where are we? You know, what if that's what you're homesick for?
Yeah.
You know, the roads in the leafy suburbs are a canopy. You drive under trees. Can you get that in Eastland? They cut every tree, every little thing. I just admire the way those guys let nature be. It's not anybody's, it's just, but you're driving under complete canopy. It's heavenly for me. I belong here, you know. And I find them walking dogs. Here we stone. What are you fighting? Surely, what fight do you have with? These guys are walking, small kitten, small peeping at you from the pocket.
Yes.
People having an easy life. People are gardening everywhere. This one gardens up just on the road, but they're gardening, labeling. What if you feel homesick for somewhere like that? But the one you are with, take life as it comes. Take easy. Then they start making themselves unconscious with drunkenness or with hiding in church. People go to religion many times not to grow, just to hide from life.
Yeah.
So they start burying themselves. One guy said the wife is coming at home at 11 p.m. Even if when she's in the house, she's reading the Bible. She's not even available. She's not interested sexually anymore. She's just hidden and gone away to church and using to hide. What if now a person just slumps in that life? Where is the connection? Two don't work together until they agree.
Yeah.
You should know where you're going so that you marry a co-traveler of that direction.
That's very true.
So let's come to how to keep yourself relevant. You have seen that growth, self-enhancement is actually a journey. You cannot ignore it when you're marrying. Even the fact that you're moving faster than that person will make you to be drifting. Divorce lawyers have coined a word they're calling submissive provider. When a woman has moved so far ahead, but she still needs to be the one led under him. So she has to submit to the one she's also providing for. It's very confusing and conflicting. When she's earning 10 times, 20 times, and she's growing, and he has arrived. He has arrived, he's comfortable. In a small job somewhere. Just imagine a guy in a small job, where he has been for 15 years. This lady is always making moves, hungry for somewhere. Now you see the difference.
Yeah.
He is not stranded, he is just comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
The first thing you're going to do in order to keep yourself forever valuable is that you don't focus on settling down in marriage. You focus on setting off in marriage. Not settling, but soaring. That mindset itself makes you so rare that your partner understands. Should they screw up with you, they might have to regret you until they die. People who hold your hand and say, let's go.
Yeah.
They're not there. People are looking for a place to hide and be comfortable. Many people are not trying to fly. You're trying to become. If you tell them the ticket to Russia, the air ticket to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and you're just going sightseeing, you know, no medical agency. You know, some people travel because of emergency. You're not traveling. I would like to do a medical tour of India one day. India has really advanced medicine.
Yeah.
Recently, America has been trying to catch up, but they're only trying to catch up. India picked medicine and went away with it. Particularly substitute medicine, not the pharmaceutical. They have also advanced a lot in alternative medicine. Medicinal foods, herbs, and all that. They have really advanced. I would like to take a tour, imagine. Just to pay and converse with the biggest merchants in that. That I like reading about them. They have shops around.
Yeah.
They really have shops. Now, telling somebody who doesn't care that I want to take a tour to go learn medicine of India, and I will spend 3 million. Exorcist, come and remove demons. This guy wasting money.
The spirit of wasting money.
Let me tell you. But if I marry a co-traveler, that's an interesting thought.
Yeah.
I tell him, you know. And by the way, this is a genuine concern of mine. Africa does not have serious herbalists. For us are witch doctors. When you say herbalist, you find people can't prescribe what they have given you. They even hide the name of what they've given you.
They don't even know what contains what they've given you.
And they just give you one cure for all. They write 20 things there. This thing cures 50. But I love it when the Indian guys label the name, what they have mixed in there, how they have ground it. The same hibiscus tree, they tell you, this is the flower, this is the root. Root is specifically concentrated in this and that, and the stem is concentrated. This is the powder you can use when it is green leaves, boil this way, and they write for professionally. And they tell you, I never knew that herbals can have side effect. Tell you, some of them are heavy. Can I make you sleep a lot? Just the way they treat, they're active. These are active things. So yet they may not be as bad as the pharmaceutical, but some of them, if you combine them, some are for shedding weight. They're really heavy on shedding weight, though they can help with other things. Others are heavy on cleansing, detoxing. So you should not take them, for example, when you're expectant. These are detox effect. It's trying to help the body fight, to make strengthen immunity very much. You know? That gave me another. I became very curious. And they say the reason your doctor is not teaching you this because many of them are taught a maximum of 2 hours or at most 10 hours throughout their training of alternative medicine. That's a pharmaceutical worker. I am an alternative medicine worker. I use herbs and food. So he said, if you don't learn to use food as medicine, you're going to make medicine your food. Before you eat, swallow this, swallow this, swallow that. But if you plan your life, if you plan your life early, so that inside your diet is what cures you.
Yeah.
I loved that, and I said one day, and to immerse my children in that interest, I'll go with them.
Baptism by fire.
Here for 1 week. Here's another alternative you know, biggest merchants, biggest sellers, tours there, you know, and then they said some are cosmetic. You don't have to wait until you're sick. Some just make your skin better, but you don't have to wait for crisis. See, some are even spicy and they're still medicinal. Why not? You know? And they said, you wonder you don't have to import them. I'll teach you, and some of them are in your place.
Yeah.
Get this one, you know it. Neem tree, yes, I've seen neem tree. Have you seen? Yeah. So go use this part, you know. And he said, if you don't have the time to gather it, then we gather it for you. You know? Just to say that you should become a traveler. One of the things you need to anticipate with your partner that makes them just the one you want to go home to is the plans you have for a vibrant life. The traveling, the experiments, the dreams. We call it co-dreaming. When you become the one you can co-dream with. You're exclusive now. You're getting monopoly. You don't know. I'll also tell you about spiritual tourism. Spiritual tourism is when you begin to venture into higher realms of self-transcendence and self-actualization. We said 2 qualities the other time. Ashwa is doing the Lily, we are saying the peak of your experience as a person is transcendence and ecstasy. Transcendence is to outgrow all limitations. to learn to control your feelings, control emotions. These concepts were first given names by sages in schools of life. They will go to the just schools of life teaching people, and they become guru, they'll become sensei. Teachers went to study life, self-mastery, stoicism. You have heard of those schools of thought who attempted self-mastery and the highest life. Then we got the language that the highest experience is, the Bible called it, whoever controls his spirit is better than one who conquers a city. When you can transcend the things that make you feel guilty, keep you taking you back, the emotions you can't control, the anger you can't control, the desire, the craving, the urge, the things that they keep taking you back, leave you regretting, transcendence. You transcend them until you feel in control and calm. The other thing is ecstasy, highest pleasure, connected and relevant and needed and loved and cherished. That is what I call spiritual exploration.
How to be safe in your marriage and in life. How do we be safe? How do we stay safe again in marriage and in life especially?
Yes, and we're talking about how often we have seen a person get into marriage and they lose their track in life. Yes. So that if anything shakes in that marriage, they're in crisis.
Yeah.
And there's nothing as unsettling as having to trade one or the other, financial security or marriage or love. While you are by yourself, you plan your finances, you're always on your feet.
Yeah.
And you had a plan and you manage life. But you get into this thing where now it's like you have to pick one and drop the other. So you are always insecure, always underprovided, always, just in problems, drowning, hardly making it, or so insecure that a small shake, something small happening, sends you into the negatives. Is there a way to have it both love and financial security? Is there a way to make sure that, yes, as you work on marriage, also growing in your money, to make sure that there is safety? And this is very important, particularly for women, because they're not expected to take initiative, draft the goals and cast the vision and take leadership and lead the way. They're not expected. It's like they're supposed to align themselves behind the man, and that their safety depends on his vision, his plans, where he is going and what he's doing, and that if in case he turns left or right, he begins to shake around, he's shaking with all of you, like he's dancing with all of you, And there's a lot of we intertwine our lives when we get married. We don't want to act like we are separate or we lead parallel lives. No, we affect each other. Once you choose the person you're going to marry, you're choosing a person who is to be like the other wing with which you fly.
Yes.
It's like you're going to be flapping in the air, one side, and when the other person is not flapping correct, it will affect you.
True.
But must you be totally at the mercies of other people, and must you be, sitting behind there and just watching, hoping things go right, and there's nothing you can do, and we saw so many suckers sometimes back when the man would die and the in-laws come to flush out the whole family and the poor kids and the poor woman. And they're sent from grace to grass. We saw circumstances where the man marries someone else and the first family languishes in poverty. We saw circumstances where he falls sick, the man falls sick, the man loses his job, his fortunes change. And the same thing, the family falls in a dizzying fall. We have seen so many stories. How can you be safe when you can see that a man can borrow money silently or secretly and then you're being auctioned? That somebody can get into problems and all of you that you are at the masses. Yes, there is unity. Yes, there is intertwining. But are there things you can do to make sure you are safe in this world, to make sure that you're secure, and to make sure that one way or other, even as you are useful in your marriage, you are also useful in securing yourself. Remember the law we say some time back, don't get the children your husband can feed, get the children you can feed. Things change, life happens unexpectedly, and people can stop loving you, people can stop living life. Something can go wrong. Just get the children you can survive with by yourself. Don't get the kind of children that you say, where will I go? I have all these children. Don't just have children. Get children that you can have them by yourself and still stand. Short-term thinking. I had somebody say the biggest cause of divorce, although although in theory we know it is finances number one, there is infidelity, there is interference with in-laws, by in-laws, top three, we know them. But he said there's a running element there that is a leading cause of divorce and depression and breakups, that is uncommunicated expectations. When you simply expect somebody to do something that you did not make clear, you did not make sure they are aware about, that is a disappointment waiting to happen. And people get disappointed and people get shocked. And I thought you would know, I thought you should do, I expected you to do this, and they did not know. When it comes to your life also, most of the disasters and downturns will come from not now uncommunicated expectations, because it's not to the other person, it's like unplanned expectations. You expect that life will always be smooth.
Yes.
People will always be,
Yeah.
But how did you plan for that to happen? What about the eventualities? Foreseeable eventualities.
Yes.
A man not having money is foreseeable. Stop saying it caught us by shock. It happens in life.
Yes, it happens. Yes.
Even when he means well. And I told you, sometimes we men run out of money because we invested in a project. It's not always a disaster.
Yes.
Sometimes it's because we are really committed in what we are doing. Every coin comes, we put it in the project.
Yeah.
And so there's no cash flow. There is no float.
Yes.
There's more needs that have to wait. Because the big project is the one being focused on. Even when you go to companies, when they're trying to acquire new premises, do something mega, save themselves from problems, launch new websites, sometimes they drain resources from the coffee that people take, from the small needs. And you're being told it's because everything has gone to the big project. When there is more calm and more momentum, now things normalize. We are getting budgets for everything. But when there is so strict deadline and we must get this or we are doomed, every resource is directed there. Families are like that. Sometimes they have deadlines and very short time to get things done, and they have to push every straight. So you may have your man broke, not because he wasted money, but because he's trying to get us the land, the house, the business. He's trying to put the children in the school, trying to acquire, and he is out there, and at home you are suffering in small ways. In small ways. There are some things you may lack, and you don't have the guts to quarrel him because you know where the money is going. You know what he's doing. Sometimes you can't quarrel because you understand.
Yes.
You can see what is going on. Everybody is stressed over that. Positive stress. We call them good problems. Problems that come from development.
Yes.
My accountant guy calls them good problems.
Good problems.
They are they're painful, but they came from a progress. You open a new page. At this new page, you reach new level. This new level has other dynamics that are uncomfortable. That's a good problem. You're going to have as a family good problems. All the money went to buying land, therefore we can't go for weekends as we used to. We can't go for this little, or we meet that bigger goal, we acquire, but in the process for the next 3 months we'll be trying to fill up the gaps where we had overdrawn things. We managed to get this, but now as a result, what about those times? Even if it's not abandonment, what about those times that you're so stressed, you need a shoe, your shoes are torn, this cloth needs attention, this child needs this, small things. Let me tell you, I don't understand those people are comfortable to sit and then depend on one person. When life is so predictably unpredictable.
Yes.
We know.
Predictably unpredictable.
Yes, we know it will. We know. It's a matter of time. And I told you, even when you're progressive, the progress itself teaches you that money can try.
Yes.
The progress itself.
Yes.
The goals itself. What can you do to make sure even in these circumstances when there's no cash flow because of good things, because of good problems? What can you do? The number one you can do is to maintain your private development schedule. Many people tend to settle in marriage and we become one, we become a unit, we get into love, we get into this union, and then we forget ourselves. Many people, you can ask them, what are they doing on a personal level to develop? What is the next milestone? They don't have anything to tell you.
Yes.
A lot of people merged lives and they lost their momentum.
Yes.
They merged lives and they transferred the momentum to the other person, so that there's the husband who's leading and you're just following behind them. I do not have anything you're doing that is unique to you.
Sure.
Prior to this, you had the certificates you were taking, a skill you're trying to acquire, mentorship you're trying to do, a business you are trying, dressing you are doing things, some kind of dress up you're practicing, networking you are doing. You had things
going on
that you would line up.
Yes.
To make sure you are evolving. Since marriage, people they take settling down to mean they let up the energy. They stop the stretch. How does this secure your finances? It makes you always current, updated, valuable, and competent. Current. The degree you take 10 years ago may not be applicable today if you are not current in your skills.
Yeah, sure.
You know, there's the graduation, the licensing. Even licenses are expiring every year. You need to be renewed because they want to be sure that you're still up to...
Yes.
Even the driving license. They don't want you never drove cars for 15 years now. You're showing up.
Yes, you're up to date with the current trend.
You know.
Yes.
Are you? Because our bodies forget.
Yeah.
Does your body still remember? You know, if you learn something and you leave it undone for too long, when you finally try to do it again, it will feel awkward.
Yeah.
Your body has forgotten. We want to make. We really do forget.
Yes.
We want to. What are you doing to remain relevant? This world is on the move. This world is changing, and if you just sit back, let's say you take leave for childbearing. You are at home for 5 years. Necessary thing.
Yes.
A very important thing to give your family continuity. There was Mother's Day the other day, and we were saying for a long time we have not appreciated that women are putting their lives on the line to give our families continuity. To put our names in the next generation. It is underrated.
Yes.
And I told you, I don't know why, when marriage don't work, the parent who tries to save the situation is the one who is blamed.
Yeah.
So people are saying, these children of single mothers. You're supposed to say, these children of absent fathers.
Yeah.
Should blame the right person.
The one who is not there.
Yes.
Yes.
The one who tried and stayed. We were somewhere in our hotel, and I saw a lady come in with her son, and they parked a good car, walked into the hotel, they're having a good time. But the boy is so feminine in his manners, you know. You can see, he's still young. I guess early teen, but a lot of mannerisms from the mother. And what the world says is, look, this woman is making the boy
behave like a woman.
What is the right comment? Look, the absent man.
Yeah.
Left the boy with no role model.
Yes.
I was telling my wife, look, the woman who is trying her best, she can only give who she is. You see, you can't tell the woman to behave like a man so the boy can see. You know.
Yes, true.
If you want the boy to behave manly, be there.
Be there as a man.
Children see more than they hear.
Yes.
They copy. So I was telling you, mothers have been underappreciated. And we have even come up with the terms to call them divorcees, to call them, oh, you left the marriage, oh, you're single. The society has a wrong narrative of blaming the parent who stayed. So many of us had our mothers not stuck there. We would not be here. We will not be here.
Yes.
Many of us, if we can be honest.
Yeah.
Forget this title of single mother. They were not officially divorced. Those days, divorce was very expensive.
Yes.
People just had to die there. So there's a time we knew our mothers were the only ones who were trying.
Yes.
Parenting.
Yes.
And although it's not in books, it happened. And you know the only parent who cared at some point.
Yes.
In many places was the mother. Now that she tried, would you shame her for the time she fought through for you, did homework for you, kept you fed, make sure you're going to bed, make sure you're clothed, you're going to school? Would you shame the person who stayed and broke their back to get you crossing over?
No.
And now you give them a label. You give them a name. No. Mothering is such a precious thing.
It is.
Mothers step in, either to get children. Sometimes it's not just giving birth to the children. That's only the beginning.
Yes.
Sometimes it's staying there to make sure they don't get lost. What you birthed does not get lost.
Yes.
There's a time to stand. So if you have taken the break, for example, and you're trying a very noble work, and you're trying to come back to the world, and the world has moved on, and you don't know the language, you don't know the vocabulary. People, the names have changed, companies have shifted, the people who used to know have changed directions. Where they were, they have moved on. If you try to plug back when you are busy, understandably, in something very useful as family, you still struggle to catch up. You still struggle to plug in again.
True.
The dynamics. If you left the industry 2019, and now you're finished getting your children, you're back.
Yes, 6 years later.
People tell you, hey, we no longer work from the office, we're working from home.
Yeah.
With this, it's not that kind of supervision. The supervisor does not work around now like that.
Yeah.
It's digital. You log in. The world can shift so fast, even when you are understandably engaged in other things.
Sure.
Just to tell you that this world does not understand that. Oh, I was busy with this and that. Life may go south. And did you know there's Murphy's law that says that whatever can go wrong will go wrong. If you leave so many things that can go wrong, in case my husband or two, I don't know how I can survive. In case this money, I don't know how I can. Whenever you leave gaps of whatever can go wrong,
yes,
it tends to go wrong. When the toasted bread falls, it falls with the toasted side. When the slice of bread is falling, the side that is toasted has a tendency to be the one catching soil, getting dirty. Just life.
Yes.
Don't let your toast be falling, and then you don't have a compact, you don't have a plan. Sometimes security is not just financial, it's psychological, knowing I can bear whatever. I can withstand whatever.
Yeah.
So I want you to continue your updating of skills. Even those times you are home, in between pregnancy, in between babysitting, in between precious work as it is.
Yeah.
Log in on your computer and catch up on your courses. Ask for some tasks from work and joggle your mind.
Yes.
Jog around with it.
Yes.
Check. It's not easy. It's easier to just lie around, take some juice, take some smoothie. It's easier.
It is.
Sip coffee. And the year goes, another one goes.
Yeah.
Because children can be demanding that in between, when they are resting, you also rest. There's a period when you are really juggling.
Yeah.
We are not telling you that it's not understandable that sometimes you cannot get time out, but you understand parenting does ease with time. There are periods that are not that busy, and for the next 6 months, I have some room that is not too busy. You may have peaceful pregnancy, or a baby who is generally easier to manage, or who is now out of the dependent stages too much. Calculate your mathematics and make sure years are not going and you're falling behind. Make sure the methodologies that are being used, the versions of spreadsheet that you left, and maybe they are now on version 7,
outdated and moved so fast,
and that command no longer works.
Yes.
And they already went for refresher courses. So while you were away, people had done refresher courses because there was an update of software.
Yes.
The company brought somebody to update people. You are not there. You missed out. Sometimes you would miss in class, and lessons go, chapter 1 goes, and this chapter is building on the previous chapter. They're trying to teach, and the language they're using, you have no clue, because they built up with it from...
Yes, from the beginning you weren't there. Yes.
To tell you that, I want you to maintain that, and this is not something you seek permission for. It's something on a personal level you decide on. This is something you build for yourself. And the second thing you want to do to maintain your safety in life, in finances, even when you're in love, even when you work on your marriage, to make sure you are safe, whatever turns of life come, is to keep meeting more progressive people. In fact, I want you sometimes to deliberately go to new locations, yearning to meet resourceful people in that conference, in that event, in that retreat. Be open to just, one conversation with a person who is very successful in something you've always dreamt about. Sometimes that does not even to be a personal conversation. Attend their conference, dialogue with them as they teach. You exchange. They can ignite in you a fire that will keep you ablaze
Yes.
for 3 years, moving for 3 years.
Sure.
This is a shortcut.
Yeah.
What I've told you is a faster thing to do than the first one.
Yes.
But it's not automatic, it's not natural. We hardly get out of our houses to go look for quality people. Hardly ever.
Yeah.
In fact, we don't even remember to go to quality hotels that we may hang around them.
Yes.
The first time I heard this, the law I'm telling you, and I would start going to good hotels for nothing but to meet good quality people,
Wow.
to be next to them.
Yes.
I found myself seated next to legend others like, this was Ngugi wa Thiong'o, just reading a paper over here.
Wow.
And I'm wondering, I know this face, from where? So you remember, I've seen it in books.
Yeah.
You know, then before you know it, cabinet means secretaries are just
Yeah.
passing by. A troop of vehicles has come. And you're just sipping your coffee there. What energy do you live there with? Possibility, it's doable, I can do it, you know. And then it's not forbidden. I want you to make it that you don't just go to hotels to eat. This is too expensive. I can get the same tea at the Kimandaski.
Yes.
Stop looking at these people. Don't just sell food. The level of security attracts good people there.
Yeah.
The level of dignity and decorum, even the very fact that you can't stroll in, they're usually not somewhere you can stroll in. They have a lot, sometimes they are away. You need to spend some money to go there. To drive, go there.
Yes.
Take a taxi, go there. I want you to get out of this the congested city that you're used to. That you just pop into fast food, pop in.
20 shillings.
And everybody there just eating.
Yes.
There's nothing there. You can't get helped.
Yeah.
When I learned this, and it was very hard, I tried it on the face of the one who advised it. It's not something I could see before. He said, you'll jerk yourself to energy when you find a place you can be jump started by guys who carry higher voltage.
Yeah.
And he said, because they are not your friends and you don't know each other, you can only strategically place yourself in their path. And the one place millionaires tend to pause, successful achievers tend to pause. They do conferences and they do seminars in high-end hotels. They do meetings in those places. If you sit there, you will see faces you're being seen in high places. You brush shoulders. It may not happen on day one. It's not always busy. It may not happen on day two. But if you make it your habit,
Yes.
some would even say, I think I've seen you around. And that will start a conversation.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Some will say, some of those people, I did not need to talk to them. I just needed to believe that we are actually in the same space and I can do what they do.
Yeah.
You just need to believe that.
Yes.
And your fear makes you think if you go there, you'll be arrested. If you take coffee there, if you break a cup, your fear becomes overthinking.
Yes.
No. Go check the menu. You can always find something.
Yeah.
You can always find something. And nowadays, TikTokers are trying to penetrate those places so that they can show on their TikTok that they go to big places. But they're not there for learning. They just, don't be so vain that you go to good places and you don't even soak in the atmosphere, trying to show off.
Yes.
Show off that I'm this place. And many of them also becoming aware that the privacy of their patrons is being violated. But these people come filming without any consent. And they start filming to stream you, I don't know where.
Yeah.
Next time you're trying to go to salon, stop looking for cheap salons. Go to a salon where you can sit next to women who have trodden this earth,
Yes.
who have gone to places, who have better material than gossip and envy. Who can't envy you because you have nothing they can envy.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you need to go to places where you are small.
Yes.
They're looking, this girl, how are you, my daughter? They greet you and they go.
Yeah.
Only to realize later, do you know who greeted you? Do you know that? And you were like, oh my God. So I was in the presence of greatness. Look for that. Look for places where you're going for a gym, not just to build your body. And you don't have to belong to gyms for 5 years. Some of their memberships are not 2 shillings. But you don't have to stay there forever.
Yes.
You can just go there for a season, once a week. Take the smallest package. Why do you have to? If you are just lifting weight, why are you lifting it in your house? Why are you lifting it in a funny gym there with some kamau and it's breaking down?
Yes.
Next time you think of doing anything, combine it with exposure and the possibility to meet well progressive people. This, if you make it your habit and you shop in better malls, not just that funny market you used to.
Yes, better malls. Not just malls, better malls.
Yes, where you're likely to meet people who are doing things. If you make it your habit to window shop, you don't have to buy. Go window shop in Carrefour. It's not forbidden. Stop that estate mini supermarket of yours. It's too convenient. Sometimes, Carrefour is not convenient. It's very big.
It is.
You really have to ask them, and then you have to travel 1 kilometer to go and pick Vasily. And then take another corner to go pick. You push the car. You're tired. You trek.
Then forget where you parked your car.
There are so many entrances. You have to ask which floor I parked.
I know.
It's not convenient because we are used to tiny life. You know where you went. That's the disorienting thing I found. And they don't build small things. Wherever they don't, they are not small. There is no small thing. You don't find it. They try. It's always they don't do escorting the way you escort in Africa. The way you come in, somebody is taking around. They just label. Lowest price here. Label. They said, I need a Google map for inside Carrefour. No, I think they should have one where I can just type the commodity I want. No, turn right.
Yes.
I find it very disorienting. Getting lost inside and then you are embarrassed. Say you are lost.
I know.
I don't know maybe those cars over there. Why do they have brakes? Because sometimes you are going down, and then and there's no brakes, and it is running, and it is heavy.
No, you put yourself in another floor.
And you're performing circus, trying to stop a thing that has its own agenda.
Yes.
So it's inconvenient, but who do you shop with? When you go to those places, you're not just shopping with your neighbor. This don't get so that comfortable. Go to a place where you can shop with guys who, you can see figures on the shopping. You can see other figures, and you're like, okay,
I want to be there.
Go for challenge. This is a shortcut, but you need to keep it in your mind. Always, whenever you want to do something, don't worry too much about the lowest cost of doing it. Think of the best advantage of doing it. And those places you bump into, the things you see. There's some things in particular, like soaps or particular makeup items. Even those shops will be sincere and tell you have to go for the bigger store. The store, when you grow up, you realize the larger the chain, this international chain supermarkets, they tend to bring what is easier to get from Europe, from wherever to import. They tend to stock it more. If you're not aware of that, there's a time I was looking for one small item for my car, and I'm moving around. And I came to realize some guys who store it naturally because they are a global chain. The local guys don't have those suppliers regularly. And doesn't move so much, does not have so many customers. So you can also get exposed to better items for your house, better items, but just window shopping from international chain stores. But while you're at the international chain stores, who are you shopping alongside with? What kind of people, what cars are parking at the parking? What things are happening there? What ambience is there? What kind of cash flow can you see? What kind of items? When you look at the baby shop, there may be a baby shop next there. Then you pop in to check to see whether it's like the one you found in Ngara. No problem with Ngara. But you find that the mentality here, the philosophy here,
very different.
You realize it's an organic store for organic things. Just to tell you that this is a shortcut to get injected with energy by just finding guys who are on the next level.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. And now when you talked about women probably taking a leave to have babies and they stay home and they lose touch with life and outside, some people have found themselves probably investing their time, not money, their time in maybe their husband's businesses, maybe a small shop, a what. As a woman, how do you stay safe and maybe get back to what was meant for you without looking like you are rebellious or something.
Yes.
Yes.
First of all, marry your friend. Don't marry a master. Don't marry someone who's trying to take advantage of your energy. Always choose right.
Yeah.
Choose a person who is looking out for you. It's them pushing you. It's them trying very much to position you strategically, because they know when the mother of their children is well, is happy, balanced, on the move, the children have a better mother, the players have a better, they have a better helper, they have a better soulmate. That is the first step. You never have to be too calculating and overthinking.
Yes.
When the person is thinking on your behalf.
Yeah.
When the person is trying very much to make your life better. The next thing is, even when they mean well, you be strategic. Always think 5 years down the line. Practice to write to the pen. That is a hard thing for women.
Yes.
Practice to scribble.
Yes.
Where this might lead. Have a WhatsApp group of yourself alone. Nowadays, WhatsApp, you can send messages to yourself.
True.
But I want you to have a space where you write fragments of ideas. Not that I'm getting this child, I want to get like 3 children. What if by that time, what could have happened? Try to add brick and the brick. Try to, just in your private space.
Yeah, put things together.
Normalize and see what could come first and the other.
Yeah.
So that even as you dialogue with your husband in your regular meetings, and or when you tell him that your input about the plans in front of us, you have thought and you have tried to interchange things, and you have to see that is so useful when you have a habit of thinking ahead, 5 years down the line, 6 years down the line, what might have changed. That is a very good practice. It will help you eliminate problems.